The dense jungle stretched endlessly under the thick canopy, where sunlight barely pierced through the layers of foliage. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth, decaying leaves, and the distant calls of unseen creatures. Vines twisted like ancient serpents around towering trees, and the constant hum of insects filled the silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of unseen creatures moving in the undergrowth. Deep within this labyrinth of green, an old legend whispered through generations spoke of a place feared by even the bravest explorers. The locals called it the Jungle of the Forgotten Souls, a place where men entered but never returned. Stories of ghostly figures wandering the misty trails, ancient ruins hidden beneath thick vegetation, and eerie whispers that beckoned travelers deeper into the unknown kept most at bay. But for those seeking adventure, glory, or answers to the mysteries hidden within its depths, the jungle was an irresistible temptation. Nathan Cole, an ambitious archaeologist with a penchant for unraveling the world's lost histories, stood at the edge of the jungle, staring into its dark heart. The weight of his backpack pressed against his shoulders as he inhaled deeply, his mind racing with thoughts of what lay ahead. He had spent years researching the legends, collecting fragmented accounts from old explorers, and deciphering maps that hinted at an ancient civilization lost within the depths of the jungle. His team consisted of seasoned adventurers and experts, each with their own reasons for joining the expedition. Maria Velasquez, a skilled botanist with a fascination for medicinal plants rumored to grow only in the jungle's heart, adjusted her hat, her eyes filled with determination. James Carter, a rugged survivalist, checked his machete and grunted in approval, while Dr. Evelyn Grant, a historian, held a worn leather journal filled with centuries-old notes from previous, failed expeditions. As they ventured deeper, the jungle seemed to close in around them. The path, barely visible, was marked only by the faint traces left by those who had tried before them. The group pressed on, their voices subdued as an uneasy feeling settled over them. The deeper they went, the more they felt the weight of unseen eyes watching from the shadows. Days passed in a blur of endless green and treacherous terrain. They crossed rivers teeming with hidden dangers, navigated through quicksand pits, and encountered remnants of ancient stone structures overgrown with moss and vines. Each discovery fueled their curiosity and fear, as it became clear that they were not the first to tread these paths, and perhaps not alone. One evening, as the team set up camp near a crumbling stone monolith covered in cryptic carvings, Nathan studied the inscriptions carefully. "This isn't just a jungle," he murmured, his fingers tracing the intricate symbols. "It's a tomb, a resting place for something or someone." The night was restless. Strange noises echoed through the trees, distant whispers that seemed too articulate to be mere tricks of the wind. Shadows moved at the edge of their camp, and Maria swore she saw figures lurking beyond the flickering firelight. Sleep came uneasily, and when dawn broke, they found deep footprints circling their camp, larger than any human could make. Tensions grew as they delved deeper, uncovering clues hinting at an advanced civilization that once thrived in the heart of the jungle. Golden artifacts, intricate murals depicting scenes of rituals, and ancient writings suggested that the jungle held secrets far older and darker than they had anticipated. But the jungle was alive in ways they could not comprehend. As they pressed on, members of the team began experiencing visions, glimpses of people long gone, ghostly figures walking in the trees, and voices whispering their names. Evelyn, ever the skeptic, began to question her own sanity when she found her journal filled with writings she did not remember making. Their journey took a darker turn when they stumbled upon an ancient temple hidden beneath layers of vegetation. The air around it was different, heavy and suffocating. Carvings along the walls depicted scenes of sacrifice, pleading figures bowing before towering deities with hollow eyes. Nathan realized with growing dread that they were standing on the threshold of something that was meant to remain undisturbed. Maria's fascination with the jungle's flora led her to discover a rare plant rumored to grant visions of the past. Against the others' warnings, she brewed a concoction and consumed it. That night, she awoke screaming, her eyes wide with terror. "They are here," she cried, trembling as she described shadowy figures moving through the jungle, their hollow eyes fixed on them. One by one, the team members succumbed to the jungle's influence. Carter, the steadfast survivalist, vanished without a trace, his belongings left behind in a state of disarray. Evelyn became obsessed with the temple's carvings, muttering incomprehensible phrases in a language long forgotten. Nathan struggled to keep the expedition together, but the jungle was relentless in its grip. As they reached the temple's inner sanctum, a final truth revealed itself. The murals told the story of a civilization cursed for their hubris, trapped in an endless cycle of torment. The jungle was not just their prison, it was their punishment. Those who entered were claimed by the spirits, becoming part of the jungle's eternal cycle. Nathan, faced with a terrifying reality, made the painful decision to leave. He and Maria, the only ones left, fought their way back through the suffocating foliage, haunted by the voices of their lost companions. The jungle seemed unwilling to let them go, the very ground shifting beneath their feet as if resisting their escape. When they finally emerged into the light, the weight of what they had witnessed bore heavily upon them. The jungle of the forgotten souls had claimed many, and though they had escaped its grasp, they knew its secrets would never truly leave them. Nathan vowed never to return, but the jungle remained, waiting patiently for the next souls brave enough to seek its forbidden truths.